snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, y'all.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Howell from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And able to get this across the 20 before going out. On that last carry, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both level, doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Gone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Commanders 7, Lions 0.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Washington.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Out left to Dotson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 24 yards to gain there. Another 1st down as well. So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things. And they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0.
Commanders 14, Lions 0.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now gone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Detroit. 65 yards. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw is gone. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The score, Commanders 14, Lions 0.
76. 76. 76. 4 down.
Goff now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. To throw again on 2nd down. Powell. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the 50, it's Goff. Steps away to his left. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Hey, let's go. Go ground.
On fourth down, Goff. This is intercepted. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And how will throw it. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Commanders 21, Lions 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
3rd and long. It's Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now a first down throw. Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
On the counter, here's Williams. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, it's Williams. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Powell throwing on first down here. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Powell, another throw on 2nd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
After the interception, here's Goff. On the slant, this is Chark. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Loaded with talent, DJ Chark hasn't been able to stay on the field to replicate a Pro Bowl season from 2019. Detroit gave him a big one-year prove-it deal to see if he can recapture that form, and he comes through here with a first down catch.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he's got some space here. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 10. Howell. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Sly able to put this one through, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll...
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Goff now looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Batchley up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we'll reach halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Play action. It's gone. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Here's Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second and 7 from the 20. He'll look to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Taken in by Sims. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense gets back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Howell. And the timing a bit off that time as Edward falls to the ground. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
We haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And he finds McLaurin. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. He got 29 yards that time.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down,
that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Flushed it, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Powell. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, Gibson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing, the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
The score, Commanders 31, Lions 17.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Off play action, here's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Howell. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are right back in this football game. We know that the rookie's going to go to a top target like that often. That time, though, maybe a little telegraphed.
And that's not unusual because you do tend to lock in on one of your better players, and when under duress, when in doubt, you're going to throw the ball in his direction because oftentimes you could be wrong, but that receiver will make you right. But it won't happen every time. Good defenders know this, and they get attracted to the football.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Gone. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. From the gun on 3rd down, gone. And right with it here over the middle. He's up to the 20. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He's airing it out for Williams. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him.
Terry McLaurin. 4 yards on the pickup.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Howell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Goff. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DJ Chark. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
From the 29, Howell. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sims. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Once more, Gibson. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops it behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Third and long, here's Howell. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he goes out right around the 39. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now it's gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Now Goff. Looking for right, and he finds him. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That could really, really be demoralizing.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go on fourth. Goff. And it's incomplete. They can...
No, I don't swim, but I give up. Nah.